Barcelona transfer shocker. The Catalan giants could be on the verge of another Ronald Araujo-style saga, with a top talents release clause set to drop, opening the door to major European suitors. Meanwhile, Barcelona is willing to listen to offers for a €60m rated homegrown gem, and in a huge twist, Nico Williams is now prioritizing a move to Barca over Bayern Munich. What's going on at Camp Nou? Stay tuned as we break it all down. Ronald Araujo's future at Barcelona was the subject of intense speculation in the winter, but all that was put to bed when he signed a new contract at the club until 2031. However, it subsequently emerged that Araujo had asked for his release clause to be reduced in his new deal. The Uruguay international's clause had been an eye-popping €1 billion but drops down to just €65 million this summer, which may well attract interest from other clubs. According to Diario Sport, the €65 million release clause is valid for 10 days at the start of July, offering a window for interested clubs to make a move. Araujo has insisted he wants to stay at Barcelona, but he knows he's not first choice at the moment and that he faces a battle to regain a starting spot. Meanwhile, Barcelona need a major sale this summer if they want to land a top attacking target such as Luis Diaz or Nico Williams. Put all that together and you get the feeling that in a few weeks' time the rumor mill may be getting all excited about Araujo's future once again. Barcelona open to selling €60m rated academy jewel amid financial struggles. Barcelona's ongoing financial struggles are no secret. Club president Joan Laporta has already activated multiple economic levers just to keep the team competitive in recent seasons. Now, in a potential sign of more tough decisions ahead, the club is reportedly open to discussing offers for one of their most valuable homegrown stars, who is currently valued at €60 million. But the Spanish champions still have little room to maneuver in the transfer market this summer. The Blaugrana have ambitions to add a big-name winger, either Luis Diaz or Nico Williams, but that will be impossible unless significant savings are made. That's why several Barca squad members are considered expendable in the current climate. Frenkie de Jong, Ronald Araujo and Marc-Andre ter Stegen are just some of the superstars considered at risk this summer as the club seek to generate some much-needed income. But now Liverpool have been given a transfer boost with reports that Barca would be ready to consider an offer for a long-term transfer target. Liverpool's interest in Fermin Lopez. Liverpool maintain interest in Fermin Lopez despite midfield reinforcements. Earlier this year, Liverpool were linked with Fermin Lopez, with reports suggesting the young Spaniard was growing frustrated over limited game time under new Barcelona boss Hansi Flick. The 22-year-old, now a Euro 2024 champion, brings incredible versatility, able to operate on the wings or in various midfield roles. Although the Reds are closing in on a deal for Florian Wirtz, which may ease their urgency to add another creative midfielder, Fermin Lopez would still be a valuable asset for Arne Slot, offering depth and tactical flexibility across multiple positions. He scored 8 goals and added 10 assists overall for Barca last season, as Flick oversaw a highly successful double-winning campaign. Barca would consider Fermin Lopez's offer. Homegrown Fermin only made 12 starts in the league however, and another 4 in the Champions League, and will be desperate to make an impact ahead of the 2026 World Cup. And with the player emerging through La Masia, Barca would be able to bank a handsome sum if he is sold, meaning signings can be made elsewhere. Although Barca are not actively seeking to sell the midfielder this summer, it's been claimed by Sport that club bosses would consider an offer for a man described as a treasure by former manager Xavi. It's as true that the club hasn't placed a transfer mark on him as it is that if a big offer were to come in, they'd be willing to discuss it, a report reads. Report: Nico Williams more interested in joining FC Barcelona than Bayern Munich. According to a report from transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, as captured by Athletic Club, winger Nico Williams seems to be more interested in a transfer to FC Barcelona than a move to Bayern Munich. Nico Williams wants to go to Barcelona. Other clubs interested are aware that the player is giving his priority to Barca. Now it's on Barcelona to decide whom they want to sign: Luis Diaz, Rashford, Nico Williams, and also whether the Williams deal is possible financially, release clause, payment terms, salary, commissions. The race is not over as long as Barcelona didn't make their decision. Bayern have Nico as their priority and are still calling. This could throw a big wrench into the plans of Bayern Munich board member for Sport Max Eberl, who has reportedly prioritized a pursuit of Williams. When asked about it after Bayern Munich's 10-0 victory over Auckland City FC in the Club World Cup, Eberl did not let on that he knew anything. For the Bavarians, there are other options, but Williams was rumored to be among the club's favorite players on the market. Looking for more thoughts and analysis on Bayern Munich's massive 10-0 victory over Auckland City FC? Awesome, then check out our Bavarian podcast Works post-game show to get a breakdown on the lineups, the scoring and subs, plus some takeaways from the match. You can get the show on Patreon, Acast, Spotify, any leading podcast distributor, or below. Barcelona is heading into a crucial transfer period. With release clauses dropping and interest from other clubs rising, decisions must be made fast. The club must protect its future stars while seizing key signings like Nico Williams, who's already dreaming of wearing the Blaugrana jersey. Will Barca act in time, or repeat past mistakes? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for your latest Barca updates. Big news from the Camp Nou and beyond. Barcelona's pursuit of Nico Williams has hit a wall as Athletic Club delivers a strong message. Pay the release clause or forget the deal. Meanwhile, inside the Barca camp, one star is reportedly eyeing a change of scenery, but new boss Hansi Flick is desperate to keep him. And to top it off, Ronaldo Nazario stuns everyone with bold praise, not for Pep Guardiola, but for another former Barcelona coach. Stay with us as we break it all down. This is the latest from FC Barcelona. The brass at Athletic Club have sent a crystal-clear message the way of La Liga rivals Barcelona, amid their ongoing pursuit of Nico Williams. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who have on Sunday provided an insight into the situation. The subject of Nico's future beyond the summer has of course returned to the forefront of the headlines throughout Spain over the last 48 hours. This comes after the attacker's agent held a fresh round of talks with Barcelona sporting director Deco, during which he made clear Nico's desire to link up with Hansi Flick's squad this summer. As much has reignited a transfer saga which spanned almost the entirety of the 2024 window. And as alluded to above, this weekend, those behind the scenes at Athletic Club have forwarded a message to their Barcelona counterparts. As per a report from Mundo Deportivo, if they decide to sign the Basque winger, the Blaugrana club will have to pay the player's release clause, which is higher than the €58 million mark established last season. If they want him, let them pay it, period, Athletic told MD. A Barcelona player is reportedly considering a move away from the club, but new manager Hansi Flick is determined to convince him to stay and be part of his plans. A member of the defensive ranks at La Liga champions Barcelona has set his sights on a move away from the club. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who point towards Andreas Christensen as the player in question. The name of stopper Christensen has been an altogether prominent one in the headlines in Catalonia's capital over the last couple of weeks. This comes after a string of reports were forthcoming in the media, pointing towards an imminent Barcelona departure for the Dane. Christensen, fresh off an injury-plagued season, is due to see his current terms at the Camp Nou expire next summer. With a renewal not on the table, Deco and company are therefore understood to have made the call to seek out a transfer fee for his services over the weeks ahead. Not only that, but as per MD, the Danish international is out of contract in 2026 and is eyeing a change of scenery. One individual, however, who would be sad to see Christensen depart ahead of next season is manager Hansi Flick. The German, it is claimed, remains a keen admirer of the former Chelsea man's talents, a player who he considers a technically gifted one, as demonstrated against Real Madrid after recovering from injury. It now remains to be seen who ultimately gets their way this summer. Ronaldo Nazario has revealed that, in his view, one of the greatest coaches he ever had at Barcelona wasn't Pep Guardiola, but someone else who truly stood out as a top manager in world football. In the history of football, there were very few strikers better than Ronaldo Nazario. A two-time Ballon d'Or winner, the Brazilian burst onto the European scene with Dutch side PSV Eindhoven, where he bagged 54 goals in 57 games. Stats like that don't go unnoticed, and before long, he was snapped up by Barcelona for a hefty £20 million fee. In Spain, it's fair to say the young striker made a bit of an impact. After all, he smashed in a whopping 47 goals in 49 games, leading his new side to glory in the Copa del Rey, Supercopa de España, and the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. As a result, he would bag the 1997 Ballon d'Or at the end of the season. Aged just 21 years old, he is still the youngest to ever win the prize. Ronaldo would leave a big impression on football during his time with Barcelona. In turn, one coach would leave a big impression on him. That man was Sir Bobby Robson. Both Robson and Ronaldo would spend just a single season at the Camp Nou. Contract issues would see the striker leave for Inter Milan the next summer, while the English manager was moved upstairs as Barcelona's general manager to make way for Louis van Gaal. Despite this brief spell working together, the Brazilian held his former coach in the highest esteem. As quoted by BBC Sport in 2003, he insisted that he was among the best coaches in the world. As a trainer, without doubt, he is one of the greatest in the world. The best thing about him is his personality, his character, which is brilliant. With him you can talk about anything and everything, and he has the ability to put a smile on your face. He is a fantastic man. He was like a father to me. Bobby Robson helped me to be consistent and helped me a lot with my career. He specifically stated the Englishman played a major part in his success at the new camp, helping him handle the pressure. He added, to be playing for a club like Barcelona at the tender age of 20 is not easy at all. Bobby Robson helped me to deal with this pressure. It was a spectacular year. A year where out of 4 competitions we won 3 and came second in the league. For his part, Robson was blown away by Ronaldo. He recalled the marvelous footballer as the best he ever coached. He had 1 year with me at Barcelona, I bought him from PSV, and he was out of this world. He was a god, absolutely fantastic. He had amazing ability, was a great young athlete, a nice character, respected me, and it was sad he only played 8 months for us there. The year he had with us you could see he was going to be phenomenal. He was so strong, would go past people, come deep to get the ball, turn, and whatever you put in front of him there was a chance he could always go through you. Power and skill. Speaking after Robson's death in 2009, Ronaldo once again reiterated just how important the iconic English manager had been for him. He highlighted the personal touch used in his coaching style, saying, "I'm proud to have worked with him. He was an awesome coach and an awesome person. He was like a father to me. I have had a lot of managers in football, but the difference between all of them and Sir Bobby was his humanity and the relationships he had with the players. He was always like a father to everyone." Robson was known for his brilliant man management, and it was undoubtedly key for Ronaldo, who added, "At Barcelona he spoke to me in Portuguese because at the time my English wasn't good. He was very patient. I remember there were a lot of players for Barcelona from different countries at that time, and Sir Bobby managed us all and brought us together. It didn't matter what language you spoke or what color you were. He was great." Barcelona are clearly in a tug of war, fighting to sign top talents like Nico Williams while also working to retain stars under Hansi Flick's vision. And when legends like Ronaldo Nazario speak, it sparks debate across the football world. What do you think? Will Barca meet Nico's release clause? Should the want-away star stay under Flick? And who truly is the greatest coach in Barca history? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking Barca updates.